Good morning, September 19th. I'm going to do another quick video. It's been a while since I've done one, and I want to take a look at two things. One, what's the weather going to look like heading into October? More importantly, the first week or two of October. And then I want to show why, not why, I want to show some factors I'm looking at winter as I did in my video a few weeks back, but I want to emphasize why I'm not releasing a winter outlook yet. I still want to be a little patient and wait just so hopefully it increases the accuracy. But just to start, this is the pattern in the atmosphere right now. You can see marks a trough, this marks a ridge, this marks a trough. And right now we're in colder than normal temperatures over our area. And again, it's due to that pattern in the jet stream. But this is going to change. Notice up here that red area is a North Atlantic Oscillation in negative phase. That holds the southeast ridge, which would be high pressure, back and allows cold air to filter down. So this is gonna go away, and this trough off the coast is gonna go away too, and you'll see it starts to bleed into the west as you go into the next couple periods. But let's start off. So over the next 5 days, things should stay pretty cold. So again, this takes a look at next Tuesday. Again, we have a strong trough off the coast, which pumps up a ridge over the west, so very warm temperatures here. And again, Tuesday and Wednesday of next week are going to be pretty cold. But then the pattern changes because this trough then starts to bleed into the west coast. So what happens is you flatten out the flow here, okay? And that brings in Pacific air, which is warm, and it floods into the east coast. And also notice there's not high pressure up here anymore. So that does not allow this ridge in the southeast to be suppressed. And you'll notice the high pressure now start to creep up in that area. So as you can see, it's a 6 days out. Let's go 10 days out here. You could see positive North Atlantic Oscillation. This trough starts to bleed in. Now we're looking at the 28th of September, and it starts to get warm. 15 days out. Again, it's diluted because this is an average of many different runs, but you could see warmer than normal temperatures over the east. And again, here's that trough bleeding into the United States over the west. And then let's go out to 20 days here. Again, same pattern. Now we're at October 8th. 26 days. Now we're at October 14th. And then finally 32 days. Now we're at October 20th. So October looks to be a nice month. Above average temperatures in October, kind of what it's like now in September. So this would be a great fall. And what else backs us up real quick? This is warming of the stratosphere, which is the highest level of the atmosphere. You can look in this area here. See the warming happening over Greenland right here? And then if you look at another level of this, look at the warming happen over the Gulf of Alaska right here. When the atmosphere warms at a very high level, it compresses the troposphere below it. When you compress air, the molecules are tighter together. They can't move as much. And basically you get colder than normal temperatures. So you can look at what the stratosphere is doing to a certain extent and say, okay, in 2.5 to 3 weeks we could see a trough there, we can see low pressure here, and that influences the large-scale pattern, like you could see. So if we got 10 days, notice there was warming there and warming there, now you have two troughs, and that causes a ridge. So these are things I look at, and I think we're going to have a nice October ahead of us. Real quick, let's talk about the winter and why I'm waiting to hold off on a winter forecast. I mentioned last time there's two regions I'm really looking at, here, and to a certain extent up here. We need warm water in this area to have a chance at a cold winter, snowy winter this year, and we want to see the warm water here be warmer than the water here. This would be a weak El Nino. This would represent higher than normal pressures here, which again pumps up a ridge like you saw last year and funnels down all the cold air. Now, if you have a North Atlantic Oscillation, it holds a trough back, it holds a ridge back there, so you literally have a jet stream that looks like this, and all the cold air funnels down. So we need to see if this stays for the winter. The models are projecting it does. Okay, so if I show you here, this model, for instance, is an average of a few. It projects that it will stay in this area. Also, it's overhyping this El Nino a little bit, but it's very important. And let me show you why. This is going to be interesting. Why I'm holding off right now until I put a forecast out. So I took out last year because it's biased because it's so warm here, but I took some really good winters that we've had in terms of snow and cold. That might be bad to some people. So 2003, 2001, 94, 96. Look at all the warm water off the coast. Okay, so naturally this produces high pressure, high heights, warm air expands, makes the pressures higher, and it results in cold air being able to funnel down from Canada. On the flip side, look at some of the worst winters we've had in terms of warm, non-snowy conditions. The opposite. Okay, so lower pressure develops here. It bleeds into the United States, similar to what you're seeing in the 10-day period here. Okay, and what that ends up doing is it brings a jet stream that just is westerly across like this, floods it with Pacific air, and there is a non-winter. So again, we will keep an eye on what happens to these water temperatures. In addition to that, there's other factors too I'm looking at, but This is the first thing I want to monitor because I want to see if the models are going to be accurate with the assessment on what's going to happen to these water temperatures. So around October 15th, maybe a little later, you'll see the official winter 2015 forecast.